Breaking news now. With the judge's rejection of Navalny's appeal, he faces decades in prison in Russia. On Tuesday, Alexei Navalny, the most prominent opposition leader in Russia, lost his appeal against a new 19-year prison term, bringing his total sentence to more than 30 years. Navalny stood in his black prison uniform as Judge Viktor Rogov read off his list of convictions and confirmed that his sentence would remain the same, despite protests from Navalny and his attorneys. It has been announced that Navalny, 47, will be transferred to a special regime prison colony, the harshest grade in Russia's penal system, where he will likely remain until his mid-70s. Over the years, he has been accused of everything from fraud and contempt of court to various extremist activities, but he maintains that all of these accusations are politically motivated attempts to silence his criticism of President Vladimir Putin. "Alexei, goodbye." As soon as the judge was done, Holodny yelled. In response, Navalny waved his hand. "For all of us, their colleagues and friends, this is constant pain," Navalny aide Leonid Volkov wrote on X, formerly Twitter. "Every day presents a new challenge. And a constant challenge. Doing everything we can to destroy the maniac in the Kremlin." The Kremlin has made an effort to discredit Navalny as a political figure, and Putin avoids even mentioning his name. Moscow, without evidence, has painted him as an extremist and a puppet of the CIA in the United States. Supporters of Navalny portray him as a Nelson Mandela-like figure who will be freed from jail to lead the country. He is by far the most well-known figure in Russia's fragmented opposition. Since Putin's invasion of Ukraine last year, his political movement has been outlawed and its key figures have either been jailed or fled abroad as part of a crackdown on dissent. According to his attorney, Vladimir Kara-Murza, another vocal Kremlin critic who was sentenced to 25 years in jail in April on charges of treason and lying about the war, was transferred last week to a maximum security penal colony in Siberia. Putin never introduces himself. On August 4, Navalny was given a 19-year sentence for his conviction on 6 counts of alleged extremist activity. He has always denied these charges. He was already serving 11.5 years for fraud and other charges he believed were politically motivated at the IK6 penal colony in Melikovo, located about 235 kilometers, 145 miles, east of Moscow. In 2021, after receiving medical care in Germany for what Western laboratories confirmed was an attempt to poison him with a nerve agent in Siberia, Navalny surprised the world by returning voluntarily to Russia. On his arrival, he was promptly taken into custody. Putin stated, if someone had wanted to poison him, they would have finished him off. The Kremlin denied trying to have him killed. His most recent conviction and sentence stem from events that occurred within Russia and involve his now defunct movement, which was accused of trying to cause social unrest by the government. The European Union condemned what it called another politically motivated ruling and called for Navalny's immediate release, while the United States condemned the verdict as an unjust conclusion to an unjust trial in August. After the verdict was handed down last month, Navalny said that the goal was to crush the will of Russians to stand up to Putin, and he urged people not to give up. "You are being forced to surrender your Russia without a fight to the gang of traitors, thieves, and scoundrels who have seized power," he said.